good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to Smashing English. Before we start this video, be sure to subscribe because we make new videos all the time and I don't want you to miss any. So with that said, let's get on with the video. Hi, my name is Laura and I'm an English teacher. But you don't need me. English teachers are so last year. I'm only joking, I still would like a job, please. But today we are going to be looking at how you can improve your English on your own without the use of a teacher. I am going to give you some amazing exercises that you can do for free. You're welcome. Okay, so the first thing you can do relates to being understood. I teach a lot of people every single day, and something that always comes up is people saying, oh, sometimes when I speak English, people can't understand me and people don't know what I'm saying to them and it's really frustrating. So if you want to be clearer and understood, here's a really good exercise you can do. You will need your phone. Now, I have an iPhone, but I think most phones have this feature, most smartphones anyway, but I'm not sure, I don't know, I'm not a tech expert. If you have an iPhone, definitely, this is what you do. So open up any kind of notes app and see if you can find the text-to-speech function. On an iPhone, it's this little microphone down there. So what happens is you speak to the microphone, hello, 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 and it types for you. So it types what it thinks you said. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to think of a story. Maybe it's a fairy tale, maybe it's a book that you love, maybe it's the story of a film, maybe it's a story that happened to you. And what I want you to do is I want you to tell that story to text to speech. Let me show you what I mean. In The Parent Trap, two twins, Hallie and Annie, decide to switch places so that their parents will get back together. So that's a nice short version, but you can do as long as you want. You can tell the whole story of the Lord of the Rings if you want. Now, why is this useful? Let me tell you. So if you'll notice, with the text-to-speech function, you have to be really clear so that the robot understands you. We're talking to a piece of technology here. We're not talking to another human being. So the way I spoke when I was talking to the text-to-speech function, I was speaking much more clearly. I was spacing out my words. I was making sure that I finished every word. So the reason why I recommend this is because it is a great way to practice speaking so that you can be understood. You know, there is nothing wrong with, if you are saying something to someone and it's important, talk to them like they are a text-to-speech function, you know? Like you can talk to them like you are making sure that everything you say is being understood and it's not getting mushed up. Obviously, the aim, the long-term goal is to speed up your speech to the point where you sound natural and native, but to start off with, try just slowing it down completely. Try just going back to the basics of, I am a person who lives on the earth. You know, I'm talking in this very clear way. Try it, see what happens. Okay, so the next exercise you can do involves YouTube. I know you have a YouTube account because you're watching me right now, so there's no excuses. So I want you to type into the search bar something like Charlie Chaplin or silent movie or silent movie clip, okay? Anything like that. We don't really want there to be any words in this clip. So any clip where there's a story, but there's no words. Charlie Chaplin is a great place to start. So what I want you to do is I want you to watch about a minute of the clip. Just watch it, enjoy it. Then I want you to, out loud, I want you to tell the story of what you've just seen in as much detail as you can. Imagine you are a narrator, you are David Attenborough, you are narrating exactly what you just saw and you have to give it in nice detail. Even better, record yourself doing it. You could record yourself on your phone or you could film yourself and then listen back and see if you made any mistakes. A lot of the time, English learners can hear their own mistakes. It's like, oh, that was wrong. Why did I say that? And then you can work on it and maybe write down the mistakes that you made. I love this exercise. It's easy, it's quick, it's fun. You get to watch a little video. It's great. Try it. And the next thing I want to suggest to you is a little bit similar to this. So let's say you are waiting for a train or you are sat in the dentist waiting to go in and you think, oh, what can I do? Go on your phone again, find your photos, choose a photo, and I want you to, in your head, describe what you see in as much detail as you can. Imagine you are talking to a blind person and the blind person really wants to understand what that picture is, every single bit of it. What are the colours? What's in the background? What's in the foreground? What's to the left? What's to the right? What feelings do you get from this picture? Describe the people in the picture. What are they wearing? What does their hair look like? Everything you can. Try and get all of it. Okay, my next little tip for you is something that I actually do to help me learn French. So if you are a fitness person, I'm clearly not a fitness person, but if you are someone who likes to do at-home workouts, maybe it's yoga, or sometimes I know you can do boxing workouts from YouTube at home. Do your workout videos in English. So if you have two options for a workout, you've got one yoga video and the instructor is in your native language, and you've got another yoga video and they're in English, always choose that one because you will learn things you never thought you would need to know. Like I remember when I was doing a workout in French, I learned the words for abs and thighs and glutes and press up. Like I learned all these words that I never thought I would need, but it's good to know them. You want to know all of these words because you never know when you might need them. Okay, this next thing you can do, I get asked about this all the time. My students are always saying, how can I learn phrasal verbs and idioms? How can I do it? And unfortunately, there's no real easy trick. There's no like, drink this magic potion and you'll be amazing at phrasal verbs. It's a bit harder than that. So annoyingly, it's just a bit boring. But my advice to everyone who wants to learn phrasal verbs and idioms is you start your day and you learn one phrasal verb and you learn one idiom. So you get it in your head, you can write it on your phone, you can even make the phrasal verb and the idiom your home screen on your phone so you see it every time you look at your phone, and then try to use those as many times as you can throughout the day, whether it's out loud talking to people, or maybe you're just walking down the street and you see a person and you think, oh, he looks a bit sad, he should cheer up. You know, in your head, you just think it to yourselves. Try to use it as many times as you can throughout the day, and that is a really nice way to embed it into your brain, and then you've got a new idiom and a phrasal verb. Now, so far, all of my tips have been to do with speaking, but if you want to do a little bit of typing, a little bit of writing, a great thing to do is find a dictation practice website. I will leave a link to some in the description down below, but there are loads of places where you can just practice dictation. So they will give you an audio clip of someone speaking, and you just have to type it as you listen to it. Brilliant, brilliant way to practice. And you might learn new words that way, or spellings, and speeding up the process of listen, figure out, type. So that's another really good thing you could do. Now, another thing that students want to know is they want to know how they can learn English through watching TV and films. Rather than just sitting, watching, and hoping that you learn, is there a better way to learn English by watching TV? Yeah, there is. So this technique, I think I've kind of stolen from an author who wrote a really great book about French, but it's really worked, so I will pass it on to you. I think I've adapted the technique a little bit as well, so I'm sorry if the author is watching, I'm sorry if it's not exactly what you said, but it's my version. So you need to find a TV show that you have seen before. It needs to be something that you know quite well, because you don't want to be focusing on the story, because so many times when you're watching TV in another language, you're just trying to follow it and making sure that you've got the story. So find something like Friends. Let's say you've seen Friends lots and lots, and then find the English version. So find an episode that you know the story of and press play, start watching it. But make sure you have either your phone or a piece of paper next to you. Every time you hear a word that you don't know, write it down. Don't bother about the translation, just write it down, carry on. Hear another word that you don't know, write it down. Carry on, carry on. Keep going until you finish the episode or you finish the film or whatever, and then you'll have a list of words that you don't know. If any of the words come up more than once, so let's say the word dude comes up twice, you need to learn that one first. So prioritize the ones that come up more than once, because clearly they're quite common words. So find the translation, get your dictionary, get the definition, and drill it into your brain. Maybe write a few new sentences with that word in. You can write your own, and then you can look at the rest of the words and do the same thing. But always start with the ones that come up more than once. And then hopefully you should have a lovely list of new words, and you can put them into new sentences, and they will just start to seep into your brain. Okay, moving on. So if you've been watching this channel for a while, you will know that English speakers speak English in a variety of different ways. There are so many accents, and dialects, and slang words, it's crazy. So another really good thing to practice is listening to different kinds of English. So there's a great website, I believe it's called the Dialects Archive, but I will double check. I'll put the name of it here, this website here, and I'll put the link to it down below. And this is a great website because it has a whole archive of recordings of people using English with different accents. So just take 20 minutes and just have a little listen to a few of them, see if you can understand what they're saying. If you can't understand what they're saying, see if you can figure out why. You know, is it because they are using a lot of slang words? If so, try and find out what that slang means. Is it because you are so used to listening to voices like mine? Because I think a lot of English learners only ever listen to people that sound like me, and therefore your listening isn't as great as it could be. So challenge yourself. Try to watch TV shows where people don't sound like me. You know, try to watch things where they just speak English in a completely different way. You know, listen to an Australian podcast, listen to a podcast that has a Scottish host. Really challenge yourself. Don't just take the easy route and listen to people that sound like me, because it won't help you in the long run. It's just about finding more fun and creative ways of practicing your English. That's what this video is really all about. You know, obviously you can get a dictionary and learn English words from the dictionary, but I don't think it's as fun. I don't think it will motivate you. I don't think it will make you want to keep doing it. Whereas if you can find these new and creative ways to practice, brilliant. You know, it doesn't need to be grammar textbook. Obviously learn the grammar, but once you're at a level when you know what the grammar is, just have fun, you know, like find what works for you. If you are crazy about golf, when you go to play golf next time, I want you to narrate in your head what is happening in English the whole time. So, oh, I'm lining up the shot here, I'm teeing off. I don't know how to speak about golf. I don't know why I'd use that analogy, but it's got to be specific to you and it's got to be fun for you. So get creative with it. Don't feel restricted to, okay, grammar book, grammar quiz online. It can be fun. If you are speaking English out loud, you are practicing it. Fabulous, great. Just challenge yourself, have fun. You're doing amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you would like to follow us on Instagram, you can do so there. And if you want a one-to-one online English lesson with me or my partner Bez, the link for that is down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta!